Hey there, Cyndilu here. I love to cheer people on and encourage them to be their best me that they can be, the best me that they were designed to be. I'm a cheerleader and an encourager naturally. So that's what I love to do. And I thought this week we'd take a little time and just kind of get to know one another, or you can get to know me, and I can get to know you if you leave comments or ask me questions along the way. So today it's sharing about my life shifts, times in my life when I had my plans were going a certain way and all of a sudden life is going a completely different way. So the first one happened when I was just 16. I was a teen mom. At 16, I became pregnant, and at 17, I had my first child. At 16, before I became pregnant, my idea was to become a math teacher, maths as they call them here in New Zealand. And I was going to go to university and become a math teacher. And my big joke that I told myself, because I needed to laugh about it a little bit, and that's my way of dealing with stress, is I tend to laugh things through. So my big thing that I used to say to people was I was going to be a math teacher, but I started multiplying a little bit too early in my life. So that was my first shift in life. I became a mom, and by the time I was 26, I had my fifth live birth child here on this planet Earth. And I thoroughly enjoyed being a mother for 30 years of raising children and taking care of them. So, well, almost 25 years. 30 years by the time I got done, but 25 years was when my next shift came. I went back to school. I went to university. But instead of doing math, what I did was graphic design. And that came about because I got a job where I was doing posters and programs and creating graphics anyway. And one of the professors at that college, which was Dartmouth College that I worked at, said, "You realize you have a gift for this. You are going to go to school for this, aren't you?" So when life dealt me another shift, which was a divorce, I chose at that point to take that as an opportunity to reevaluate my life and to go in a new direction, to shift. And where I went was back to university. I went to Collins College and I got my graphics degree, my 2-year degree, in just 2 years and a few months. I took a break in the middle because I had some trauma happening, a few deaths in the family, and then my physical battles were going on then. So, but I did go back to school and I graduated top of my class, which was my goal. I wanted to go back to school in order to be on the top, which some people didn't get, but that is what I wanted to do. And that's what I set out to do. And that is exactly what I did. And I can share more about that another time if you'd like to hear more about that. And then the third shift that I'm going to talk about today, there have been many others, but the third big shift was the shift when I got remarried. I married somebody who was born in New Zealand, and the wedding proposal went like this: "Will you love God with all your heart, soul, and mind?" And of course I said yes, because that's just a part of who I am. And number 2, "Will you go with me on a mission trip down under?" And I was like, absolutely, that would be awesome. He said, "Okay, then, will you marry me?" So I married this man who was going back home. He had been in the States for over 25 years. He was in the States for 29 years total. And we came back, and I now live in New Zealand. I made New Zealand my home, moved here sight unseen, without any previous visit to the country. And there's a lot more to that story, and I may share that with you another day. But for today, I just wanted to share, when you have shifts in your life, don't be afraid of them. Take them as an opportunity to try something new, to go in a new direction, to explore the world in a new way, to look at things and see things in new light. and all that light there behind me. Ooh, that's a window. I'll be working on getting that adjusted. But I've moved into my new office. You can see the printer here, and coming to you live from here. I had a target set for this week to go live every day for 5 days in a row. So today's the first day of that, and I was holding true to my target. So here we go. I hope that you have enjoyed this, getting to know me a little more, and it's totally okay if you're watching this and you're like, I never want to see you again. Just go ahead and hit hide me or delete me. That's okay. One of the things that I've learned in this journey is that we're not all supposed to be with each other forever. We're not all supposed to connect with one another, but there are people that I am supposed to connect with. And if that's you, welcome. Hello. Welcome to my page. Let me know if there's any way I can serve you, any way I can pray for you, anything that you'd like to hear about. There's a few things that I love, and it's photography, graphic design, computer programs like software and things, singing, praying, God, my husband, my beloved. And those are the main things for me. And then also cellular living, and I'm a writer. I'm writing a few books. So you'll see those coming out in the next little bit. If you want to hear more about the books, you want to hear more about my life, you want to hear more about any of the topics that I just went over, go ahead and put that in the comments, and we'll be talking to you later. Have a great day. Hey there.